We're starting off here with Our Savior Lutheran for Game 5 against Roselle Catholic. Now, Roselle Catholic is the big focus point of tonight. Though they are 7-9, they do have some big team leaders. They've got some great stats. I mean, they are 7-9 now, but they started off 0-6 on the season, and they played a very challenging schedule to start off. Now we're here. Coach Todd Decker has taken them all the way back, trying to get them one step forward to that elusive 500 mark. Luke, what have you seen from this team?
I'm a big fan of Todd Decker. He doesn't complain. Started the season off 0-6, turned it around real fast, plays a tough schedule, but he's not about excuses. He's got talent on his team. My player to watch tonight, Ethan Mbako, 15 points per game. I've got to call his games a couple times. He's unbelievable. He could dunk, he could shoot, he's defensive, he could block shots. Our Savior Lutheran has to put, I would say, 80% of their focus to him tonight.
And we were just talking about Todd Decker. We just saw his former team in St. Peter's Prep. It's been an exciting career for him. One more step here. I apologize about the record. They're 8-9, not 7-9. But as we go to this next game, we're going to send it over to Brandon Morazzo and Jack Bartek. But we'll be right back here for the half-game report.
Back here at Franklin High School in Somerset, New Jersey, it's Game 5 of the final day of the 2024 Metro Classic. Jack Bartek alongside Brandon Morazzo, and we have a good one coming up here. NJ Hoop Recruit powered by All Abilities Live. Roselle Catholic, a dominant performance yesterday, but they have their work cut out for themselves tonight as the Our Savior Lutheran Falcons come to town with one of the nation's best, Ian Jackson.
Oh, no, you got that right, Jackie. 16th ranked in the country right now, according to ESPN, top 100, an absolute baller, and he's been known to get at it, not only at the high school level, but also playing in that OTE league where he's doing impressive work last season, and he's catching everybody's attention. The University of North Carolina is going to be very happy to have Captain Jack.
And he has some good help around him as well. Delquan Warren, Elijah Moore, both top 100 guys as well. And they look to play a big role tonight.
Absolutely. Elijah Moore, a.k.a. Choppa, the Syracuse commit, and Delquan Walker, the Mississippi commit. These guys are all going Division I, and for good reason.
On the other side for Roselle Catholic, no slouch. They got some ballers themselves, led by Ethan Mbako.
Ethan Mbako, one of the smoothest shots you're going to see. It is really a young squad here for the Roselle Catholic Lions, as Ethan Mbako, Jalen Grant, and Eric Hillsman have all been rising in stock, showing off that they're capable of playing at that next level, and in 2 years they're going to be a powerhouse in their senior year.
Starting lineups, first for Roselle Catholic in the white with the yellow numbers. Their head coach is Todd Decker. They go with the sophomore forward, Ethan Mbako, the sophomore guard, Jalen Grant, the sophomore forward, Eric Hillsman, the senior guard, Jaden Kelly, and the sophomore guard, Tyrese Hunter, a youth movement for the Lions. On the other side, Our Savior Lutheran in the red with the gold numbers, Pete Way, the head coach, and they go with the 6'2 guard, Delquan Warren, the 6'5 guard, Ian Jackson, the 6'11 center, Iomi Odetayinbo, the 6'11 center, Maybil Mawat, and the 6'5 senior, Elijah Moore. As you check out our key players, we mentioned them in the pregame, Our Savior Lutheran, Ian Jackson, and Elijah Moore, two of the top 53 players in the country, and Ethan Mbako and Eric Hillsman on the other side. Hillsman's got that leaping ability. I can already see it now. Hillsman and Jackson meeting at the top floor.
Oh, that's going to be some high flying and maybe some dynamite combustion up there, the way that these guys bounce.
Odetta Yimbo and Hillsman to take the tip. Hillsman doesn't lose them often, but Our Savior Lutheran controls it off the jump. Delquan Warren, the 3-star, number 5 point guard in his class, working around a Jackson in the corner, off the mark on his first attempt. You can't miss him in the Tiffany blue Adidas. He is the one to watch for as he skies up for that board.
Jackie, this one already being played at a breakneck speed, and we literally just started the game.
Jackson has room again, an 0 for 2 start. Grant in transition, slows it down. Hunter from the volleyball line rattles out.
He saw the space there, didn't see much help coming. He thought, why not take a shot here?
And it looks like we are going to have a fast-paced one here in game number 5 of the day.
Don't even need a shot clock in this one.
1 minute gone by, still scoreless. That 3 ball from the wing, too strong. Off the hands of Mawat. Hunter will set it up and slow it down. Our Savior Lutheran was a little bit out of sorts defensively there for a second. And Baco driving kick, and a foot on the line for Hunter.
Yeah, they're trying to get that motion going in, but you just see the length that OSL is bringing right now. It covers every space of that half.
Zone defense look from Roselle Catholic, and that one's given away. Nice hands from Grant to get in the passing lane. So our Savior Lutheran not knocking down the shots from the outside. They tried to go inside, and it resulted in a turnover.
For sure, and that time you saw Jalen Grant trying to get that ball up to Hunter, trying to get the fast break coming, but the foul comes and slows it down. But here's another shot at it.
Grant with a burst, swatted away. Delquan Warren getting up and saying, no, no, no.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Mississippi fans and coaching staff and even players are looking at that one and go, oh yeah, bring that down south, baby, we need you.
And Baco hands it off to Hillsman. The 3 ball is off the mark. Jackson going up top for the board. Jackson pass intercepted. Taken away by Kelly. Reverse lay-in, no, but a whistle. And Jaden Kelly has 2 shots coming up.
And that time, a little ironic, you saw Kelly coming up, well, looking for the dunk, and then switches right to the layup there. A little jelly action, a little ironic, providing that Jelly Fam is the other moniker for this OSL team.
Of course, if you've been following high school basketball in the tri-state area the past couple of years, you know Jelly Fam, the OG, Javon Quinterly, Nas Reed, big parts of it, among others. Well, our Savior Lutheran is a part of that overtime league. They have revived it and taken it on as the team name. In the corner there, a 3 ball for Elijah Moore, the 4-star. He'll play his college ball at Syracuse. Oh, and Baco with a spin and pop.
Just so smooth, so clean. You know, speaking of Syracuse, we had Carmelo Anthony in the building yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised if they know each other, give them a little tips on the environment up there. Such a great basketball school.
Nice kick out. Moore has another shot at it. That time too strong. Kelly gives it up in the corner. 3 ball, too strong. Jackson had it knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with our Savior Lutheran.
And Jackie, all this action, we're only at 3 apiece right now. I mean, is it the defense being played? Is it missed opportunities? I'm not sure, but it's the most exciting 3 points on each side I've ever seen.
Good hands from Hunter inside, grabs the steal. High-level athleticism on the floor, making things difficult. Kelly wants the screen. Kick back in Baco. Nice pump fake. Great back door. Kelly had it blocked. Good hands from Odetta Yimbo. On the other end, Moore trying to feed to Jackson, but he's fouled. A little slow to get up. Now pops to his feet.
Did you see that kind of pass wrapping all the way back around? So impressive. And you know what? You got to give it to Roselle Catholic on the other side right now for playing the game at this kind of speed. They played on this court last night in a dominant fashion against Manasquan. You know that fatigue could play a factor down the stretch.
They've won 8 of their last 11 games on their way to an 8-9 record. Had a 6-game losing skid to start the year. Corner 3 ball too strong, an offensive rebound, but Odetta Yimbo out of bounds, and Roselle Catholic gets it back.
And we keep on talking about this potential for Todd Decker's squad, and here they are against one of the nation's very best, and they're holding their own quite well.
Still just 3-3, almost halfway through the first frame. Hillsman, nice pump fake, driving, floating, no. Rebound out to Warren. Pushing the pace more, lobbing it up, and Jackson decides for the soft lane off glass.
I mean, Ian Jackson was still just floating. It's like he just hit the pause button on time and just stood right in the air as he kisses that one off the glass on a beautiful layup attempt.
We said it yesterday with Tyler Betsy from St. Thomas More. Sometimes a scorer just has to see one go down. How about Adedeyimbo? Volleyball spiking that off the board. Jackson over to Moore, but he lost the handle. Kelly, pull up, free throw line. No, that was Grant, knocks it down.
Grant, you can't give him that kind of space. He loves getting out into that fast break, loves working with nobody around him. He'll make you pay.
That pull up from Warren is good. So the offense starting to heat up here in the last minute.
Just trading buckets right now, back and forth like the prize fight. Who's going to get the first knockdown?
Hunter off the Hillsman screen. Oh, defender goes down. Hillsman, good ball movement, but Mbako had it go through the hands. He was passing that one before he even caught it.
For sure, and you know what? That was the important part about it, unfortunately, that it doesn't go in. But Hillsman not known as a three-point shooter. He's been working on that game, but what it does for him is open things up as Mbako almost has the steal.
And he's not happy. He was trying to catch up to that one, but it will stay with the Falcons.
So it's little things like that, though, of just keeping guys honest. You know, you might not have that three ball completely in your repertoire just yet, still working on it, but keeping them honest, you get them reaching on it, and that's going to open up for your real game, which is down low in traffic in the paint.
Jackson, a deep one. That's off the mark. A little bit of a slow start for Jackson. Hunter slows it down. Mbako likes the matchup, gives it up. Kelly has space and connects.
Cash money from the corner. This is what we saw from Roselle last night. Just defense, locking in, and ball movement.
Mbako takes it away. Hunter in the lane. Lefty lay-in is short, but 2 free throws coming up. Our Savior Lutheran still a step behind defensively. Some subs at the table for the Falcons.
And, you know, you can't underlook this sophomore heavy squad. I mean, they are dogs. I mean, they are under one of the best coaches that I can remember in quite some time in Todd Decker, a man who's just used to winning in dominant fashion over his career. And he's got these guys ready. As you were saying last night, Jackie, it's all about getting primed for this final stretch of the season. Doesn't matter how you started, it's how you finish.
6'10" junior Solomon Aminu alongside the sophomore Jordan Skyers check in for OSL. Free throw's good for Hunter.
You see OSL trying to push the pace a little bit. But look at this defensive prowess from the Lions.
Warren down low, right off the bench, making an impact is Solomon Aminu.
It's a nice job by Aminu, just sealing off the defender. And right as they were locking in on the defense, he finds a little space to work with.
Kelly, pick and pop, and Mbako thought about it, now pulls. Too strong. Hillsman, offensive board, and the putback's good.
Great cleanup by Hillsman. Kind of surprised by Mbako. I've never seen that kid hesitate on a shot like that. You can tell that he knows the caliber of players that he's playing against.
Inside, Aminu again. 4 quick points for Solomon Aminu.
Aminu with some serious power right there. The big fella going 2 up for safety and power.
Hunter out near the logo. Back and forth we go here in the first. That one left short by Kelly. 1:10 to go in the first frame. Nice hands by Hunter. Took it away from Moore. Hillsman up top to Kelly. Gets free again. This time hits.
Kelly got a pair of triples to go real quick as he opens things up. And that's going to be crucial for getting spacing going for Roselle.
That one taken away. Grant running the break with a burst. Left hand, no, but he'll shoot 2.
Just reckless abandonment. That's what he plays with, and I love everything about him. And I've talked about it. Sometimes I feel like, you know, maybe gets disrespected at times from players on the court where they look at him and it's like, all right, let's see what you got. But then you're out there and you're running around with that kid, and Grant has a gas tank that will go with the best of the Ferraris.
Grant standing just 6 foot tall. The sophomore already has 6 Division I offers. Seton Hall, Auburn, K-State, Providence all on the docket. And plenty more coming his way the next 2 years. Comes up empty at the line, though. Still a 4-point Roselle Catholic lead. Warren gives it up. Down low, Aminu, turnaround. Oh, couldn't get the friendly roll.
I think he tried to adjust it for Hillsman. I think he was a little surprised by the bounce in the young fella.
Kelly no good there. Jackson goes to grab it. Down to 17 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Jackson looks like he wants to hold on for the last. Off the screen, down to 5 seconds to play in the first. Jackson, kick out, 3 ball, no, passes. Aminu just got it off but can't finish.
Did you hear the crowd on that move, Jackie?
That final possession, I think, an embodiment of how the first quarter went for Our Savior Lutheran. And despite having a load of firepower, only 11 points in that frame, and they trail it by 4.
Yeah, you know, the Falcons are, just circling around the Lions right now, but you got to give to Roselle Catholic. They played the better defense for me in that quarter, and they made the most of their shots. Definitely don't count this team out. They're coming for it. I'm loving the response that they're seeing. They played just last night, the last game of the night at 9 o'clock, and here they are, not even 24 hours later, and they're leading 4 points to a more experienced squad over at OSL. You got to give it to them.
And a quiet first quarter for the highest profile player on the floor in Ian Jackson.
And, I think it's just about, we talk about picking your moments, just needing one to fall. He had one in that first quarter, but you saw there, and starting with the dribbling moves that got the entire of this crowd here getting oohing and on, and couldn't believe the move that he broke out in the middle of the lane with multiple defenders around him. I just think Captain Jack is just waiting to strike.
Yeah, they are just waiting for Ian Jackson to put it together here, and you have to feel like he's going to. Jackson's such a talent. 5-star signed to North Carolina. Averages 25 points per game in the overtime league for Jellyfan.
Can't miss him in those awkward
Beautiful.
cool shoes, man. Those
Beautiful.
things are awesome.
How they say, when you look good, you play good.
But you know what? Sometimes you step on the court, you got the flyest pair of shoes. It might make you play better. That kid is making the shoes better right now.
Grant to trigger in, able to get it to Hunter. Going to work against Jackson. Almost had it poked away. And Baco threw the pump fake, drew the foul. And it'll stay with the Lions.
And look how smart Mbako is there as a sophomore. He's got the big fella, Ominu, crashing into him. And he tried getting that shout off, trying to get to the foul line real quick. If this was the NBA, he might have gotten that one.
No continuation at the high school ranks. And Baco off the screen, lays it in with the right hand. Nice take.
Speaking of just needing to see one, and Baco's that kind of guy. He can get hot in an instance. Oh, great pass. Dishing it before he even comes down.
And Aminu is the beneficiary. Nice start for Solomon Aminu.
And I believe that was Jordan Skyers on the assist. Just absolutely crazy.
Hillsman from the baseline, short. Rebounded by Mejia. Up ahead, Skyers inside, lost the handle. Hillsman over to Mbako, couldn't throw the brakes on. So some new faces out there for OSL. Eric Mejia, Jordan Skyers, Yankel, Herman. Skyers kicks it out. Trying to get it into Aminu. Nice read by Mbako. Hunter isolated. Hillsman, all sorts of room. Couldn't knock it down. Grant gets a look. No good.
And I think that steal was able to happen back on the defensive play from Mbako because he was hidden by all 6'10 of Aminu's frame.
Jackson cutting, laying it in, and the foul.
Jackie, he's something special. I asked you before in between the games, what do you think the difference between a 4-star and a 5-star is? Because sometimes I can't tell it, but with a top 16 on the court, I think I'm starting to understand right now. I mean, it's just little things that you pick out, and you're just like, man, the average kid cannot, even special kids aren't able to do that. And for me, it's the dribbling, it's the operation in space. He is a true surgeon.
Trying to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Couldn't get the friendly bounce. Out of bounds, back to Roselle Catholic.
But of course, every high school player has a kryptonite, and this year it's been free throw shooting for all around the nation, it seems.
Even though Jackson's been held in check scoring-wise, he's got the 4 points, but on 2 of 5. He's got 5 rebounds, so making his presence felt in other ways. And Mbako stepping into one, yes! And Baco's got 7, and the lead is back up to 5. That one taken away. Kelly floating it up to Grant, but way too strong into the tunnel. And it goes back to OSL.
And although they did miss the opportunity there, the steal is what matters. And they keep capitalizing on these points and creating these turnovers. They're going to be in a prime position come the fourth quarter.
Yeah, walk there. That's already the 11th turnover for the Falcons. Not looking their sharpest here over the first 10 minutes. Grant trying to avoid the pressure. Double team coming from OSL, and Mbako throws it away.
And right on cue, you saw the defensiveness ramp up just a little bit on some rotations and got a miscommunication between Mbako and Kelly.
Amino in the middle had it ripped away, so Mbako, after the turnover, takes it right back.
Ooh.
Going to the basket, he lost the handle, coughed it up.
That was interesting. I don't know that. I thought I saw a little piece of hand get in there and knocked it away from Mbako. I was just about to say, Mbako has this unique talent of whenever he messes up, he comes right back to the play after and makes up for it. And it really just neutralizes anything that goes out. Oh, nice save, keeping that one in. On the missed time pass, I believe that was number 14, Eric.
The offensive struggles continue.
No, my apologies.
Grant in the corner, baseline, pull up, no good, fight for the board. Inside and a whistle, good effort down low. Believe that was Kalik Thomas fighting for the board. Wins back the possession.
Craig Belfield before keeping that ball in. My apologies.
Grant takes it out near half court. Driving right, hop step, and a walk. Whew. Neither team looking crisp here in half number 1.
I do got to say, though, what is looking crisp, though? That OSL logo on those red unis. I'm a big fan of it. It just stands out, and somehow, when it's red on red.
Jackson getting into the lane, avoids the charge attempt, but can't roll it over the front iron. Euro step, lay in, no. Offensive board tapped away. Grant, oh, nice in and out, and knocks down the long 2.
Perfect in and out there, and again you hear gasps from the crowd, and then a perfect mid-range jumper from the side.
Moore trying to end the drought, couldn't do it. Sub coming in, Delquan Warren trying to provide some guard play for OSL.
see they're attempting this half-court trap look, looking like a triangle defense. But that's how you beat it with some quality passing.
Hunter stepping into a 3-ball, short. Rebounded by Aminu. Into the lane, drive and kick. Behind the back pass. And the baseline jumper is good for Elijah Moore. So a much needed basket there for the Falcons.
Yep. So you need some of your best players to step up in these situations when you're having offensive struggles.
That one taken away on the break. Warren takes off. And a timeout. Coach Todd Decker wants to talk things over. Things were looking good for the majority of that second quarter, and then a quick burst from OSL.
Did you see the power that came down on that dunk from Delquan Warren? I mean, good God. He reached all the way up into the sky, got a full extension, and slams that one through. I was not expecting that kind of power. I knew he had the bounce, knew he had the technique and the shot, but wow. Like, I can't even imagine a defender being on the other end of that thing.
Warren, the 3-star recruit, number 5 player out of the state of Pennsylvania, committed to go play at Mississippi State. And Bulldogs head coach Chris Jans said, he's a high-energy guy. He plays with a burst. He loves lefty point guards, which Warren is. Loves that he's a pass-first guy. He said he just has a super high compete level, and we can't wait to get him in the program.
For sure, and you know, when it comes to those lefties, it forces the defender to completely change everything that they know about their guarding technique and instincts, and you almost have to you literally have to flip it, and instead of, you know, leading off with that right power foot to get the guy to go to your left, now you're going back the other way and leading off the less powerful left foot.
Aminu ripping it away, tried to get it up to Jackson. Nice read by Hunter. Hunter backing down, no one home, misjudged it, couldn't finish, and a hold inside. The sloppiness continues. This game is turning into a dogfight. Kalik Thomas, the sophomore at the line, no good on the first. Yankel Herman back in the game for the Falcons. Thomas was a guy who was supposed to start the year on JV. With all the absences for Roselle Catholic early on, he stepped up and earned himself some varsity minutes.
It's the most important thing to have in depth. I thought Hillsman was coming away with that one.
Aminu bodying inside, too strong.
He just has an old school game, and I love everything about it. And we talked about, I was comparing the player to Alonzo Mourning with the muscle, and oh no.
A walk against Hunter. He hop-stepped and then moved forward with that right foot. That one's not gonna fly. Right in front of the referee too. So a 2-point deficit for OSL. Inside. And Baco comes away with it.
Saw Captain Jack reach in, looking for the alley-oop jam on that one, just slightly timed off.
Grant, no good. Gets his own miss. How about Grant working on the offensive glass? And Baco tries from deep, no.
Had the look that he wanted, just a little bit too far out as it hits off the front rim. He'd love to have that one back. You know he'd make it.
In the lane, the floater off the back. And no good for Mejia. And a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. Not what we were expecting in this first half for sure.
No, definitely not. And, you know, I really want to highlight Eric Hillsman right here. We know he's got some D1 offers. And, you know, you see the bounce and the athleticism. But because he operates down low, sometimes you might think, is he capable of handling these powerful players? And I got to say, he's been doing a pretty good job on Solomon Aminu in the rebound game right now. He's hanging in with there, and he's given up a lot of muscle and weight down low to the big fella from OSL.
For the first time today, Ian Jackson checks out for OSL. Working in that full court pressure. And Baco getting to the bucket, no. Tapped around, Hillsman has the easy cleanup.
Just a smart move, you know. Anytime you see one of your guys going in traffic, you always want someone trailing. You never know when you're going to get the opportunity to keep a possession alive, and Hillsman proves it there.
A minute and a half to play in quarter number 2. Herman off the screen, getting into the lane, dishing, and the layup won't go. But Mobile Mawat is going to shoot 2. Roselle Catholic fans wanted to travel to no avail. First free throw, Mawat leaves short. Jaden Kelly back on for Roselle Catholic.
And if the free throw woes continue, these are moments that the Lions can capitalize. It all starts from getting a good possession on offense.
Mawat good on the second. So back down to a 1-possession game. Hillsman had his pass deflected, but right to Hunter. Oh, he can't finish the layup. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Lions, but it's been the theme. Opportunities, but coming up empty.
And you know, my job is to analyze the game, not play the game, of course. And easier said than done. You got to be able to finish in that situation.
Second chance points, and Kelly makes the most of it.
Kelly, I believe, has 3 3-pointers in this one already.
In the corner, Moore trying to answer, and he does. All game long, once one team makes a couple shots, the other team has a quick answer.
For sure, they're essentially just playing hacky sack with the basketball
Yeah,
right now.
They've been in lockstep. Kelly trying to get baseline, draws the whistle on Mawat. 40 seconds to play in the first half. And Jaden Kelly going to the line as Roselle Catholic's in the bonus. Kelly, the transfer from St. Thomas Aquinas, only became eligible in early January, so still getting acquainted into this rotation. Good on the first free throw. Cordell Philemon checks in for the first time for Roselle Catholic. Second one's good. Zone defense look for Roselle Catholic. Trying to continue to stymie OSL. Moore was feeling it. Had it rattle out. Hillsman up to Kelly from the corner. Yes! Jaden Kelly red hot here in the first half.
Just absolutely electric. The kid's really showing out right now. Very comfortable from behind the arc, especially in those corners.
Down to 12 seconds to play in the second quarter. That one poked away from Herman. He saves it. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with OSL. And they'll have a shot at the last look with 8 seconds to play.
And I believe that's going to put Kelly at 13 points that last shot. Nice job by him. Just making it count whenever they call upon him. It's going to take the entire squad to come away with this one.
Moore with 3 to play. Beautiful adjustment. Puts it off the window and in. And so what was an ugly half for OSL, they actually come away in pretty good shape, only trailing 33-27, but certainly not what we were expecting.
No, absolutely not. You know, no disrespect. You look at the talent that's over on OSL already. 3 guys committed going Division I. We wouldn't be surprised if you end up seeing these sophomores as Grant and Hillsman passing your screen and Mbako in there end up going D1 themselves. But I'll tell you that the young fellas are taking it right now to the older squad, and I am loving every second of it. The question remains, can they keep this up for 2 more quarters?
Hey, in that first half, Our Savior Lutheran, 12 makes from the field, 16 turnovers. And Roselle Catholic not much better, 11 makes from the field and 10 turnovers. So a sloppy first 2 quarters. Hopefully they can turn it around out of the locker room. Jack Bartek, Brandon Marazzo, NJ Hoop Recruit, powered by All Abilities Live here at Franklin High School. It's Game 5 of the Metro Classic. We're going to turn it over to Luke and Vincent after a quick break to break down the first half. We'll be back with second half action.
We are now 1 half through. Roselle Catholic and Our Savior Lutheran. Welcome back to the halftime show. Luke, right now Roselle Catholic leads 33-27 in this game. It's been close for most of it. The largest lead it's been today is 8 points. It is a 6-point game right now. Anybody's ball game. Anyone can still take this. By far, the closest game that we've seen tonight, and it's been an electric one all around the court. Luke, let's start off with Roselle Catholic. They've been amazing today. What have you seen?
Jaden Kelly, outstanding. Ethan Mbako, amazing. There's a reason why he's got multiple college offers. This game today is, I've been waiting for it all day. It's the type of game, it's been back and forth. Dunks, blocks, fouls, physical, what do you want? Guys are flying all over the court making plays. I'm enjoying every part of it.
Yeah, I mean, some huge slam dunks that have taken the roof off of Franklin High School, and we haven't even got into the final 3 games. This is exactly how you want it to be at the Metro Classic here at Franklin High School. Now, on Our Savior Lutheran side, there's been one guy that you're going to go to, and that's Solomon Almiron, who right now has 8 points and 5 rebounds. He's been a crucial part of this team, and he's been the reason that they are within 6. And if you see him continuing this streak and continue to try to get the ball around, you see some more players get a little bit more active, this team can and will come back and bite you when it hurts the most.
They've been great. I will also argue Elijah Moore is up there too. So Elijah Moore, Solomon Amanu, those 2 guys today are carrying the load for Our Savior Lutheran. The second half's going to be real electric. This is the type of game that you could expect overtime from.
Yeah, and I know everyone here is fine with some free basketball, so we're totally fine with watching some more free basketball. But while we have a moment, we have our amazing replays getting ready for you. We got some first half highlights. We're going to run straight through them, and we're going to send them over right now.
Back here on NJ Hooper Group, powered by All Abilities Live. Jack Bartek, Brandon Morazzo. Our Savior Lutheran took every second of the 10 minutes allotted for halftime there, and they trail it 33-27 at the break. We'll see what adjustments were made.
From my man Pete Jelly, baby. You know he's got to be a little upset about that first half. He should be feeling that with the talent that he has, that they should not be down in this game to some younger classmen. But hey, there is some quality talent on this Roselle Catholic squad, and Todd Decker knows the thing about this coaching game himself. Let's be honest. We got quality opponents, quality coaches, quality players, and what should be another quality second half, because half number 1 was money, baby.
After this one, we got 3 more: SoCal Academy and Phelps National on deck, Union Catholic and the hosts Franklin High School, and then the big one, the headliner, Montverde and St. Rose, top 20 national showdown. But we got to finish this half first. The travel inside gives it back to Roselle Catholic, and as much as things change, they say the same here in the second half.
Things change, rearrange, and so do I, as J. Cole once said, but not on that possession.
Grant handling the pressure with no problem. Now pulls it out to reset. Franklin Arena starting to pack in, and Baco no good. Some big time names in these couple games. Jackson, coast to coast. And that is more of the Ian Jackson experience that we were expecting in half number 1.
And just as you said it, you know, some big players expected in some big moments. And right there, Ian Jackson, right on cue.
Unbelievable burst there from Jackson. 3-ball, got it. Big answer. Captain Jack the other way, getting to the rim, counted, and the foul.
Back and forth we go. Who's going to pull away? Nobody knows.
Ian Jackson is heating up, and that is a sight for sore eyes for the men in white and green.
I wonder if we're down the line, we're ever going to get the Captain Jack ones from Nike, Adidas, or whomever is willing to pay for it, because this kid is something special. And I love the shoes that he's wearing, and he's got such a cool name, he needs his own line.
That free throw cuts it down to a 4-point game. 1:10 gone by in the third. Grant taking his time, calling for the screen. Trying to get the switch. Nice defense by Delquan Warren. Sticking with Grant. Grant near the logo. Hillsman facing up. Had it poked away. Warren with speed. Left hand, yes, and the foul.
That's a quick transition there. You saw the length, poked the ball away, and Warren taking off. And got a little bit of contact. Didn't think it was going to be enough to draw the foul, but the ref sees it the other way, and here we are at the line.
Delquan Warren, we mentioned him a couple times already, Mississippi State commit. Can't get a bounce on the free throw. He'll take the three instead and knock it down. A 5-point possession for Delquan Warren, and Coach Decker wants to go to the whiteboard. How about Delquan Warren?
You couldn't draw that one up better on a missed free throw. And just like that, in one possession, he comes away with 5 points.
And Warren, he said of his commitment to Mississippi State, where I'm from, not many guys get to go Division I, let alone to the SEC. They say it just means more, and Warren gets to go make an impact for the Bulldogs. He's made an impact here to start half number 2 for OSL.
No, for sure, and you know what? He deserves that Division I scholarship with the hard work, determination, and focus that he's been showing these last couple of years. And you can see it all come together on this court, as I believe they have the lead for the first time in quite some time.
So a good burst here out of the locker room. It's their first lead since back in the first quarter. They let it right off the tip-off. Both teams were slow out of the gates, but back in front now. 2 minutes down in the third quarter. The buzz starting to pick up here in Franklin Arena. And Baco worked out to the three-point line. Fakes the handoff, going to the bucket. That should have been a goaltend, and now they'll get it. The right call as Mawat got his hand through the cylinder. Can't do that.
No, that's definitely the right call there. And you saw the entirety of Roselle Catholic's bench jumping up, asking for that call, and they will be obliged.
Moore can't knock it down, an offensive board. Jackson, tight handle, gives it up. Grant, great anticipation. Oh, my. That's going to be a goaltend, but Delquan Warren took flight.
And you see Warren with some words there. He didn't like that one, thought he timed it up. But we're getting some friendly banter out on the court right now.
Warren flips the screen, looking back door. Mawat couldn't handle it. So a nice answer out of the timeout for Roselle Catholic. They've regained the lead 40-37.
How about Mawat, though? Yeah, I mean, 6'11", that might be the biggest cutter we'll see of the day.
Kelly likes it, too strong. Moore skying up for the board. Up ahead to Jackson. Jackson in the lane, handling and laying it in with the right.
Did you see the strength? Tyrese Hunter came through with 2 hands trying to rip that one through. And Captain Jack just powers right on through him and then takes out another defender at the hole.
That is just elite scoring ability right there, and that is why he's going to be a North Carolina Tar Heel. Back down to a 1-point game, halfway through the third. Grant lost the handle. Moore gives it up to Warren. Great bounce pass to Jackson. He was actually screened by Mowat and couldn't handle it, so a 4-on-1 break, and Roselle Catholic gets it back.
They just had too many options, and you know the bounce pass just found its way into the middle of the pack, and nobody really knew exactly who to grab it. You saw Ian Jackson trying to make a play, but going back with that Tar Heel.
And Baco with a big three.
Cash money, good for him. Going back with the Tar Heels, think about some of the greats that have come out of that program. Of course, Michael Jordan, I believe James Worthy. If I'm not mistaken, even was Vince Carter too.
Vince Carter.
Cole Anthony for the Magic, you know.
Moore pulling the triple. That won't go. Mowat tapped it around. Jackson had it for a second, but Hillsman comes away with it. And Baco down the lane, blocked by Jackson.
Good God, the height. I mean, we've talked about floating. That man's just flying. I mean, he decides when he comes back down. That's a great block, Jackie.
That was unbelievable athleticism. He has been great in this second half.
We've talked about people, you know, having that explosiveness like a dynamite. That's a TNT barrel right there.
Yeah, that's the kind of play. When you asked before, difference between a 4-star and a 5-star, that's it. How about Mbako on the other side, another triple. He's eating up.
And you heard him. He didn't like Delquan Warren talking to his man Jalen Grant. He let him know about it on that three.
Warren has the answer.
And there they go right now, just like a pair of sibling rivalry. What you can do, I can do too, maybe even a little better. Let's keep getting after it in the spirit of competition.
New York and New Jersey going at each other. 4-point Roselle Catholic lead.
Taylor Ham versus Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. Of course, Taylor Ham's always superior. We'll see who's superior on the basketball court.
Grant has too much space. Makes him pay.
Ooh, baby, the sophomores getting hot right now. Jalen Grant, cash money from downtown.
Jackson step back, connects.
He couldn't let Warren be alone, and he said, let me get in on this action right now. Let's see where the three ball comes from next. If I had to guess, something just tells me it's going to be Kelly getting in on the action on this one.
Hunter thought about it. Resets, trying to get it down to Mbako, poked away. Up top to Warren, lefty finger roll. And now I believe a delay of game warning.
Yeah, you saw a swipe come in there from Delquan Warren, and the ref gonna hit him with that one.
And that will allow Solomon Aminu back into the ball game.
And we're at a 2-point game still.
OSL has had the answers here in the second half, even led at one point. 37-36. That was 5 minutes ago. Now with a minute and a half to play, Roselle Catholic protecting a 2-point lead. Hunter. Kelly, corner three, count it! It's a three-party here at the end of the third, and the lead is back up to 5.
What I tell you, Jackie, you can't be slinging threes without Jaden Kelly getting involved.
Kelly staying involved, taking it away. Out to Hunter. He had it poked away from behind. Floated up to Warren, giving to Jackson for the slam.
Got to keep your eyes on the ball for sure.
Grant on the other end. Too strong. Fight for the board. Tapped around. Long outlet pass, and Moore couldn't catch up to it.
Looking like Josh Allen with that cannon there. And, of course, overthrown.
And finally a break. That was like a horse race. Back and forth, back and forth. A one-possession game, 48 seconds to play in the third.
I'll let you know who I had him first at the end of it.
Grant handling the pressure, takes it across. Now slows it down. Looks like he might want to hold on for the last one.
Well, with no shot clock, he can do that. And especially, he's at the perfect length here where Warren's not initiating that 5-second closely guarded.
Both teams seem content to run this one down. Now Warren goes out to get Grant at the logo. 15 to play. Grant down to 10. Off the screen. Gives it up to Mbako. He's doubled and he walked. So OSL will have a chance to tie it or cut it down to 1 with 4.8 to play in the third.
Talk about doing your homework. You see two Falcons soaring out to cover Mbako. Definitely watching film and knowing that's their guy that they like to go to, and that's kind of a spot.
A good read by Aminu.
Absolutely, as he comes around on the wing, just absolutely clamped up.
Jackson with 4 across half court, gives it up. Moore over to Warren, couldn't get it off in time. They tried to fit a couple passes in there before the buzzer, couldn't do it. But still, after 3, we're in store for a good finish. Roselle Catholic 52, Our Savior Lutheran 49. The Falcons winning that third quarter out of the break.
No, for sure, but I will say, though, Roselle still on top, though, 52-49. New Jersey better stand up for the way that these young fellas are putting on a display of how to hang in there with the very best. Of course, you already know New York rocking with them. Otherwise, they wouldn't get the Jelly Fan moniker for the movement that had in the city, for sure, and across the nation, let's be honest. But I'll tell you right now, Roselle Catholic is looking like the peanut butter to the Jelly Fam right now because they just belong. They go together on this court the way they're competing.
It seemed like OSL finally started to find their groove offensively there in the third, but Roselle Catholic absorbed every punch.
You know, I'm not one for moral victories, but I don't care how this game finished. Them young fellas have got to hold their heads high at the performance that they've put through these 3 quarters. And if they close this out, and dare I say, steal this one away, oh, baby, New Jersey's going to be going crazy on a Saturday night.
8 minutes to go. Up on the scoreboard here at Franklin High School. Jack Bartek, Brandon Marazzo, it's NJ Hoop Recruit. Powered by All Abilities Live. Even more good basketball ahead, but we got a great finish in store. Floater to start the fourth, no good for Belfield. The other way, Moore has the quick flush.
AKA Chopper taking flight on that one. And yamming it home.
Down to a 1-point game. Belfield able to get it up to Mbako. Good ball movement. Grant inside. Hillsman couldn't handle it. Loose ball. Grant's there, but Aminu swats it away. Trying to save it to Mbako and a whistle. How about this back and forth action?
For sure, but that is a smart foul from Aminu because I believe Mbako was just about to find his main man, Grant, in the corner, looking for a triple.
Hillsman to the bench with 7:20 to go. That foul against Aminu only his second. Still a 1-point game. Belfield taking his time. Hands off to Kelly. A cutting Mbako. Nice patience. Down low, he gets it back and resets it up top. Grant, nice hands from Jackson. Grant draws the whistle on the reach-in.
And we talk about a shift of gears. How about a shift of level there as you see Grant get a little bit closer to the floor, getting under the taller Jackson, forcing Jackson to come in with a swipe on the reach-in.
And this is, you'd have to imagine, what Roselle Catholic wants here in the fourth. Some long possessions, drain that clock. And Mbako having some trouble with it. Ball on the floor, and Mbako comes up with it. And Coach Todd Decker able to bang the timeout and save the possession.
You know, with no shot clock, you know, it's all about conserving those possessions for sure. They can't force it on you. They haven't been closely guarded out at the perimeter for the most part. It's when you get to that volleyball line a little bit, right where that logo ends here at Franklin High is when they really pick them up. But it's allowing the Lions to chew off some clock. However, the second you get to that volleyball line, the Falcons start swarming in.
So you take a peek into the Roselle Catholic huddle. Coach Todd Decker, first season. He had done great work at St. Peter's Prep, the Patrick School. He took 2 years off of coaching and wasn't necessarily planning to get back into it. And then the Roselle Catholic came calling, and he said, if you follow New Jersey high school hoops, it's a job you can't turn down.
The man was chilling at home on his farm, and the call came, and he had to answer. This is why he got away from the farm, which I'm sure is his pride and joy. Who wouldn't want to be out there relaxing, you know? But to get a chance at this program, to get such young talent, I mean, look what his sophomores are doing against top-ranked 100 guys in the nation right now.
Yeah, talking to him about OSL, he said he played him twice at the Patrick School. A ton of respect for Coach Pete and the program, and obviously the talent level is off the charts. 6.5 to go. Roselle Catholic nursing a 1-point lead. Hunter, great defense from Eric Mejia. And I guess they're going to get a reach-in call. I'm not a fan of that one.
Yeah, I didn't really see nothing too much on that. I saw maybe a little bit of a hip check. You know, of course, if this was the 90s to the 2000s, we'd be fine. But we've gotten soft over the years.
And Baco to throw it in. Running out of time, had to knock it off the leg of Mejia to reset the 5 count.
And, you know, Ethan Baco, every time I see him, he just adds to that level of intelligence. And he just comes up with things that you wouldn't even think of, you know. And just keeping possession alive is great for him.
Grant over to Hunter. Kelly in the corner for 3. That one's short. He's been strong from beyond the arc tonight. 5 triples. Aminu punching it down.
That is 6'10" of pure aggression right there. He was waiting for the moment, and you see the defense trying to come up and get the steal. That leaves him wide open down low for the dunk.
A beautiful feed, and Aminu made it count. OSL back in front. Grant pulls it out and resets. Right hand feeding down low. And Baco in some trouble. Gives it away. Moore. That pass intercepted by Kelly. Hunter, good on the floater.
Coming up with steals when it counts. Good job by Kelly, and then getting it over with Hunter. You got to keep that stealing prowess alive.
Jackson has some room to operate. Now pulls it back out. Kick ball from Mbako. Roselle Catholic going into the extended zone.
Some size going to come in for them now as Grant checks out. Checking in will be Hillsman and Craig Belfield.
Yeah, Belfield also on for the Lions. Jackson. Back up top. Mejia. A little bit of contact out to Moore. Off the front rim. Gets his own miss. Second chance. That time too strong. Couldn't split the difference.
Nice job by Belfield coming in. Khalid Thomas checking over to the bench as well. And you got to keep the fresh legs here. You got to keep your guys ready to go and notice when the conditioning's wearing down on a little bit. I'm liking the substitutions here from Todd Decker.
Hunter, left hand, draws the whistle.
Smothered on that one. But a trip to the line it will be.
And you could feel the anticipation in this crowd, understanding the situation. Now there's a scoreboard issue. I believe they just took 2 points away, and now they're going back up.
Should be 54-53 by my count.
First free throw rattles in for Hunter. Huh.
But the point didn't go up yet.
No.
Should be 55.
Not sure what the issue is at the table.
They fixed it.
Good
There
on
we
a
go.
pair, and now it's up. They had, before the free throws, taken 2 points off the Roselle Catholic side. The bench called it out.
Well, at one point they were down to 11 on that board.
In the corner, the 3 ball is good for Warren.
And we are all tied up at 56. Lawrence Taylor.
Our 3rd tie of the ball game. Halfway through the 4th. Hillsman up and under, down low, and Baco likes the matchup. Lost the handle, Hillsman couldn't finish. Able to get his own miss and draw the foul.
Great job by Hillsman. That is a smooth pass from Mbako down low. But Hillsman, even though he misses the shot, he's able to get the rebound amongst the trees and win a trip to the line. Fantastic effort.
Hillsman good on the first. Jalen Grant checking back in for Roselle Catholic. Hillsman, Division I offers from Hampton and Fairfield. He's been a little bit quiet tonight, but has played a huge role for the Lions this season.
Well, I promise you, if he gets out to a runway, you see the Jordan logo on those Roselle Catholic uniforms. He might be the real jump man.
Jackson off the screen, rattled out. Aminu on the follow attempt, no good. Out of bounds, it'll stay with OSL.
And Omino trying to get a little fancy with it. You know, he's got those big hands down low as the center, and he tried going up with one, and you saw him trying to come back with it, but he just loses the possession.
Warren to trigger in. 3:24 to go, 1 point Roselle Catholic lead. And Baco, good hands, it'll stay with the Falcons.
3:22. What a memory it would be. This game will already be lingering in both teams' minds.
Warren for 3, that one's off. Aminu hit with the over the back. Great box out by Kelly.
It's the little things that matter. Boxing out, the willingness to take the contact, giving up height and muscle, but hanging in there. Gotta give credit.
Kelly at 6'4", putting a body on the 6'10" Solomon Aminu. And that foul, I believe, puts Roselle Catholic in the bonus.
Free throws.
They should be shooting.
I think they're going to be.
And the shooter would be Jaden Kelly.
Definitely not your worst option. And they are going to, we get it right.
Shooting 2.
Shout out the ref crew.
A new rule change in New Jersey this season. The 5th foul of any quarter is immediately 2 shots, no 1 and 1. So Kelly, the free throw shooter, that would have been a good chance to try and sneak your best free throw shooter to the line.
Create some confusion, Jackie?
First free throw's good, though.
Got the little Bill Belichick in you, a little sneaky. Anything to be great, huh?
Listen,
Yeah, I knew you
whenever
could
you
deflate
could,
those balls up
whenever
in
you
New
could
England.
steal 2 points, Kelly splits a pair.
Jack Bartek used to be a man of ethics.
Inside, Aminu threw his hands out of bounds. So Roselle Catholic will get it back with a chance to add to a 2-point lead.
Been hanging out with me in Orlando too much, baby. Well, hey, 3:07 here. With Roselle Catholic getting this ball back.
OSL scoreless over the last 2 minutes, but the defense has kept them in it. Pays off again there. More numbers for OSL. Jackson, pump faked. Now works it back outside. Isolated with Mbako. Gets the screen. Pump fake. 3 ball. No good. High rebound. Bouncing around on Aminu, who was hit with an offensive foul.
He's hit with a freight train as a pair of Falcons come soaring in. And, you know, it just came to my thought. Solomon Aminu is a junior.
And that's 5 on Aminu. So he's going to have to sub out, and Naomi Odetta-Yimbo has to come back on for the Falcons. Aminu, a strong performance for OSL, 10 points, 8 boards.
And some physical play for sure.
Yeah, he is a presence down low.
For sure. I cannot believe he's only a junior. That guy is built like a college senior, maybe a freshman in the NBA.
First free throw is good for Hunter, knocks down a pair. That's a big one. Makes it a 2-possession game with 2:40 to play. Captain Jack, Ian Jackson, takes it up against the zone look from Roselle Catholic. Moore almost lost it. Jackson, quick swing. Baseline, easy two. Nice reverse from Jordan Skyers.
Skying in for that one. How about the ball movement? It looked like Elijah Moore was going to be trapped, but somehow gets it out. And Jackson swinging it over.
Grant in the lane, floater, can't get the roll. Odetta-Yimbo with the board. Warren feeding to Jackson. Nice pass. Odetta-Yimbo had it poked away, but a foul, and he'll shoot two.
Didn't hate the foul, to be honest with you, coming from Jaden Kelly. Sending the big fella to the line. We've talked about the free throw woes up and down high school basketball.
And now with a 2-minute warning, Coach Decker wants to take a timeout, get things sorted. Odetta-Yimbo at the line for two when they come out of the break. And we are in crunch time.
And now the 6'11" senior center is going to have just a little bit more time of that pressure weighing in on him. We'll see how he arises to the occasion after the timeout. But, Jackie, no disrespect. Did you think we'd be at 60-58 in the fourth quarter?
No, especially not the way this game started. Both teams ice cold from the field. In the first quarter, OSL 5 of 13, Roselle Catholic 5 of 16. A bunch of turnovers in that first half. They've come alive though in the second half.
Oh no, for sure. And you see the talent just growing as they get a little more comfortable with it. But Roselle Catholic, no slouches themselves. They've been throwing blow for blow right now. They just got to hang in for 2 minutes and 4 seconds left, providing there's no OT, of course. And they will come away with a win that these young fellas and myself will remember for quite some time.
These bleachers starting to fill up here in Somerset, New Jersey. Franklin High School, Jack Bartek, Brandon Marazzo, NJ Hoop Recruit, powered by All Abilities Live. It's Game 5 of the Metro Classic on deck. SoCal Academy and Phelps National, then Union Catholic and Franklin High School and Montfort Academy and St. Rose look to put a bow on it. But we've got 2:04 to play here, and Naomi Odetta-Yimbo a chance to tie it at the line. Now he can't. First one's off.
You see that timeout made him think about it a little more. He's a big fella. You know, it's hard shooting at 6'11" from that distance. You don't get the right angle that you want on it. Sometimes it comes out a little too flat.
Odetta-Yimbo, the transfer from Canton High School, has an offer from Manhattan. Smooth stroke on the second, cuts it down to a 1-point game.
I believe our guy Bryce Stokes plays over there, does he not?
Out of Eastside High School. Pressure from OSL, almost a 10-second violation. And Baco going to the hole. Can't get the spin, but Hillsman there for the putback.
Every time Mbako's in there, there's Hillsman coming right behind him just to ensure, because you know he's taking a lot of contact in this one. That's the insurance policy.
Still a one-possession game. Jackson feeding to Odetta-Yimbo, ripped away by Hunter, and now a jump ball. The arrow is in favor of the Falcons.
I don't know about that one. I thought he had the possession of the ball, as he got his whole body in there in turn and looked to have the complete possession for me.
Warren over to Skyers in the corner. Quick first step, feeding Odetta-Yimbo. No good on the slam, but he'll get another shot at the line. Trailing 62-59, 1:26 left to go. And both of these teams tightening up defensively here in the fourth.
And if only he had just made that dunk, he could have had a chance to tie this one.
First one's good. Tell you what, the big fella, standing at 6'11", he can shoot it from the free throw line. Naomi Adediyimbo, good on a pair, has us back to a 1-point game. Roselle Catholic had trouble with the press last possession. This time, they get it ahead to Grant. Hunter gets it back, picked up by Jackson. Grant takes a look up at the clock. Oh boy, an offensive foul on Grant.
No
I can't
way.
believe that one. He had the defender stumbling, the crowd starting to buzz, and he is hit with an offensive foul. Coach Decker can't believe it.
Did you see an extension?
I didn't think it caused the slippage.
No disrespect.
This crowd is not happy, and rightfully so.
They saw what I saw, Jackie. I'm sorry. I saw Jalen Grant snatch some ankles of a top 16 player in the nation.
Let's see if OSL can make it hurt. 50 ticks to play here at Franklin High School. Jackson gives it up. Skyers in some trouble. Oh, he stepped on the line. So inconsequential, Roselle Catholic has it back. 1-point lead, 44 seconds to play.
And they could chill here with 44 seconds. As long as they get across half court, which they do, they can hold on here and kill this clock.
Grant showing off the handle, down to 30 to play. Got to consider a foul, and now they'll get Jackson. I don't think he was intending the foul, but you have to start to give him up.
Yeah, Jackson was just looking to reestablish position. He's more than capable of causing that 5 seconds closely guarded. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if anybody, does anybody shuffle faster than that kid? I can't even see his feet when he gets moving.
Grant, no good on the first free throw. Decker, the head coach for Roselle Catholic, said, we ask a lot of him. He is kind of the engine that makes this team go. They're asking him to make it a 2-point game right here at the charity stripe. Takes a deep breath and sinks the second.
Just can't give up a three here.
30 seconds to play here at the Metro Classic. Jackson working it to the corner. He wants it back. Adediyimbo inside, going up. No good, but he's fouled. He almost snuck it over the front iron. But Iomi Adediyimbo, who sat for much of the second half while Solomon Aminu took the big man minutes, has come on and made a big impact late. He's got a chance to tie it with 18 seconds to play.
For sure, and that Roselle Catholic just has to make sure they come away with the rebound if he doesn't.
First free throw rattles out. Now you have to question, do you try and miss? I would say certainly no. Adediyimbo, your big man at the line. I'd say try and knock this one down and play the free throw game. Second one for Adediyimbo. Good. So a 1-point game, 18 seconds to go. Inbound is clean. They won't give the foul immediately, maybe trying to force a 10-second violation. Oh, and Baco was trapped. And they call the foul there, 11.7 to go. Had they not given the foul, and Baco might have been in some trouble.
Oh, for sure. He didn't have open options, but this was going to send him to the free throw line.
He can only make it a 3-point game. Roselle Catholic has cleared the lane, and the first one's no good for Mbako. Back-to-back trips to the line, a miss for Roselle Catholic.
Something tells me free throw shooting might be on the practice agenda. But still, what an effort they've had in this game.
Second one rolls out, 10 seconds to play. Will they take a timeout? Jackson going to work in the lane. A lot of contact and a whistle. I thought it was the right call.
Jack, I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't even hear the whistle.
Oh, it got loud in there for a second. And listen, I know you hate to call it in that position. People will say, let the players decide it. That was a foul. They got him on the arm as he went up with it, and now a timeout.
Jackie, I'm not going to lie. I saw everybody standing around. I thought the clock had expired, and that was it. I was waiting for this place to erupt.
And this, we got our man Orlando next to us. He got a great look at it. Jackson got hit really on both arms going up. It was Hunter who got a piece of the right arm. And so Ian Jackson, the future North Carolina Tar Heel, 5-star, number 8 player in the country, with the situations that he's been in, I don't even know if you're able to feel pressure. If you can, he's got it right here. A chance to give OSL the lead with 5 seconds to play.
But lucky for him, it does not have to be a 3 with the missed free throw attempts. It's only a 1-point game. A 2 wins it.
Well, they say pressure creates diamonds, and he's got the right attire. The Tiffany blue sneakers on. They will toe the free throw line with a chance to make it 64-63. Maybe one of the most gifted scorers in the country.
Close it out right here at the free throw line.
Either way, Roselle Catholic should have a chance. 5 seconds. Seems like Coach Decker was drawing up the plan for any scenario there. Jackson first free throw is good.
Interesting free throw shooting for him.
Ice in the veins of Ian Jackson, and now a chance to take the lead. A hush has fallen over the gym at Franklin High. Too strong. He gets his own miss. Jackson pulling it back out. 3 seconds left, trying to give it up. And now a timeout by Coach Wahey. Wise call. And with 2 seconds left, Ian Jackson and the Our Savior Lutheran Falcons will have a chance to avoid overtime and win it at the Horn.
63 apiece right now with 2 seconds left. This is getting shaky as this place is getting jam-packed full. Look at the crowd right now. They loving it right now. See some of the guys from Franklin, the basketball squad. This is what it's all about. They'll have a chance to play later on today.
If you're tuning in looking for SoCal Academy and Phelps National, they are on deck. They'll need a few minutes to warm up, but you tuned in at the right time. A good finish here. Ian Jackson just tied it at the line and then collected his own miss on the second free throw. And with 2 seconds left, it'll be a sideline out of bounds for OSL. A chance for Pete Wahey to bring his best play out of the bag. It's going to be Jackson to inbound. Got to watch out for the give and go here. A nice little throw in and handoff right back to him. Moore and Warren also out there. Jackson hands it off. Oh, behind the back. Jackson for the win. No good. Oh, what a well-designed play and a perfect pass from Delquan Warren. You couldn't have walked it out there any better. Jackson had a look at it, no good, and so we get free basketball here in Somerset.
A little jelly on that pass, huh? Behind the back, perfectly in the corner, and just mere inches away from Captain Jack sinking the Roselle Catholic ship. But we're still alive here at Franklin High School for this one. 63 apiece, and here it is.
Oh, just off the back rim. Got a perfect look. Both teams had chances to put it away. If Roselle Catholic could have knocked down some free throws, we'd be seeing warm-ups of the next game, and Jackson had, of course, that look to win it.
There's poetic justice in the game of basketball. You see Jellyfan plays in OTE, and here they find themselves in overtime once more against elite competition. Boom, hit the trifecta. Thank you, Jackie. My job here is done.
4 minutes back up on the clock. Overtime at the Metro Classic. Only the second game to go to overtime over the course of the 3 days to this point. Of note, Our Savior Lutheran already without the big man Solomon Aminu. And more importantly, Ian Jackson has 4 fouls.
You can get him into some foul trouble and out of the game. Now you're working.